What's good, chat? Jacob. Jacob, dude, you in school right now? What's going on? Pulling up the stream in class? That girl, what up? Ethan Smith. Long time, guys, dude. Thanks for pulling up so fast. You guys are dedicated to... Oh, there's already 10 people in here. What's going on? Let me know in the chat where are you watching from. On my way to St. George as we speak. Let's go, Jacob. When are we skating Ivans? When are we skating Ivans? I might skate tonight. Jacob, we skating Ivans tonight? Missed the streams, bro. Yeah, bro. I was on him for a second. I'm in my bathroom, dude. Ben, thank you for telling me that. Kansas City. Popping in from New Hampshire. Good to have you. Good to have you. So, all right. I in the last streams I've kind of tried to like get you guys to like the stream a bunch to get more people in here before we get into the goods, but I'm afraid that's just turning people off. So we're kind of just gonna dive right into the topic. I don't know, man. Maybe tomorrow or tonight I'll let you know. Okay. Yeah, hit me up, dude. It'd be cool if we could link. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys saw, but Desean Jordan posted a Nike ad on, well, he didn't post it. Nike posted an ad for their new Run the Jewels dunks. And I'm pulling up the picture right here on the burner. And so in that ad, Desean Jordan's doing a tray flip. Sean Malta's in the background watching him. And he's got the new Run the Jewels dunks. And on the bottom of his board is an April graphic. Pretty interesting. I want to hear your guys' thoughts as to why. Why do you think Dashawn is skating an April graphic? Yeah, man. I that took me by surprise because I felt like they made such a big deal out of it when he went on Toy Machine. He was like, I'm the first black rider on Toy Machine, and nobody saw this coming. And, you know, it was just like, I feel like he took a lot of pride into going to, you know, a core skateboard brand. I mean, I guess, I don't know, not core, but like, they're all kind of core. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like OG. Toy Machine is OG. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the switch up? Do you like it? Do you like the switch up? Do you think it's not even a switch up? I don't know. I feel like I'd be pretty pissed if I was Toy Machine and I saw the picture of him. All right, so yeah. I mean, you guys saw it in the thumbnail, but this is what we're talking about. So, Sean Malto, Desean Jordan, and you see he's skating that April board, actually the same graphic that I skated a little while ago. The Yuto Horigome deck. What do you guys think about Dashawn on April? I had a couple people DM me when I posted it on my story, and there were like two main thoughts. The first one was Dashawn's has like no loyalty. He's just like jumping to like the next thing. Two SLS skaters on April now. Yeah, and then that was the other thing was this fits Dashawn. So some people, it seems like, are hyped. I feel like his skill level fits April, but it was cool having him on Toy Machine. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I heard Shane is making a video soon. Maybe he'll announce then. Yeah. I didn't know that he was making a video soon. Do you know when that's coming out, Jacob? The April video? But yeah, it does make sense. Dashawn is a very, you know, contest guy, super consistent, skates with like P-Rod and you know, all like the top tier dudes. And so Toy Machine definitely doesn't have that, like, it doesn't, the brand kind of clashes with like contests and like SLS and stuff. It's very I don't know, it feels very raw and like underground. I don't know, he said something about it on his story a couple weeks back. Oh, do I not follow Dashawn? I thought I followed Dashawn. Let me check and see. Maybe I'm the one blowing it here. Desean Jordan. Do I follow him? No, I do follow him. I wonder how it didn't come up. 386,000 followers. Man, Dashawn's in there. So, yeah, I mean, let's see. On his Instagram bio. Oh, you guys can't read it because it's backwards. It's so annoying. It still says Toy Machine in his Instagram bio. So, Dashawn, if you see this, maybe take that off. Or maybe is he trolling us? Maybe he pulls up to the session, didn't have his board, and then he just did a tray flip on whatever board was there. I don't know. Jacob, you said that... Tom, what's up? Jacob said that Dashawn said something on his story a couple weeks ago. Did anybody else see that? Something like, what did he say, Jacob? Did he say he was leaving Toy Machine? Because... like I said, it still says it in his Instagram bio. It still says he still has, like, Toy Machine tagged. Kind of weird. Kind of a weird situation, I'd say. To be like... Oh, Shane said something. So, Dashawn did not say anything on his Instagram story about leaving Toy Machine. So, this is still a mystery. But I've heard multiple people say... basically tell me it's old news. And I feel like... yeah, thanks, Cody. He meant Shane's story. Yeah, so I had some people be like, yeah, he's been off Toy Machine for a while. And I'm like, what? Like, define a while. How long has Dashawn been off of Toy Machine? Because to me, it's like, I don't know, is he off really if he's got them in his Instagram bio? Like, it could be that he's running out the rest of his contract. But, I don't know. I think, like a lot of you guys were saying, it's kind of sad to see Dashawn go because I feel like he brought something different to Toy Machine. I mean, they do have, like, Braden Hoban, but Braden Hoban, like, matches that. He skates E-Americas, kind of like rock and roll vibe, long, like, surfer, like, not quite a metalhead, but, you know, leaning that way. And Dashawn was not that at all. Dashawn was just, like, I think he was hyped because Toy Machine's such, like, a historic company, one of the most iconic companies. But, I don't know, we've been seeing a downtrend in iconic companies. I mean, like, Enjoy, it went under, or it hasn't gone under, but, you know, they had the whole team leave. So part of me is wondering if what happened to Enjoy, as far as, like, not paying their riders, if that happened at Toy Machine as well, and Dashawn, for whatever reason, is like, I can't afford to not get paid. Like, I will say that I do know that Dwindle is not the only company that is struggling. Guys, get the likes up for more content. Thanks, I'm DeFort. Yeah, so I know that Dwindle is not the only company that's struggling. It's all across the entire skate industry. There are some of the biggest companies you can think of are literally sending boards back to get reprinted in China. So, you know, throwing the boxes back on a ship, sending them to China, getting them sanded down, refinished with a new graphic, that whatever the new release is, and then sending them back, and then we buy them, which makes me kind of like sus about when you're buying boards. I feel like you just got to be careful and, like, just check to make sure that they're not warped and stuff at the skate shop. Because if a board is getting made, shipped to the U.S., and then, like, unloaded and then reloaded, getting sent back to China, I don't know. That's just a lot of movement, especially in terms of, like, going into the ocean, like a humid environment, and we're talking about wood. I feel like if those boards that get reworked or whatever, I just feel like there's a good likelihood, a better likelihood of them getting warped. Let's see. Imagine Dashawn quit skating for his music career. I hope not. Just goes like full Jeremy Rogers. I want to like Dashawn's music. I really do want to like his music. I've thought about using it for Instagram edits and stuff. But I don't know. It's not bad, but it's not good, in my opinion. I don't really... Saying Toy Machine isn't elite, it's ignorant, period. Okay, well, let's get into that. Dean. Who's on Toy Machine? Let's look it up right now. I mean, you've got Leo Romero, Toy Machine team. What's good, Pat? All right, so who's on Toy Machine? And I'm not saying... I meant Toy Machine isn't elite enough for Dashawn. Yeah, obviously they're elite. CJ Collins is sick. Who else is on Toy Machine? I'm trying to look up their team right now. Let's look at Youth Sox. Where's your team? I feel like every company should have their team listed on their website. Where are you at? Axel's sick. Leo Romero is a beast. But in terms of like, all right, when I say elite, all right, I'm saying this isn't about style. This is just about pure skill and consistency. So, how great has Axel done in Street League and in contests? Leo Romero doesn't really skate contests anymore. Throw another name out. Like Braden Hoban, he does kill it in contests, but he definitely doesn't have the contest vibe. Yeah, Hoban kills it. He is definitely elite. So take those names and compare them to April's roster, right? Dan Liu is sick. But you've got Yuto, wins like half the contests. All the ones that like Nija doesn't win. That's not true. I guess Gustavo Ribeiro's in there. Yo, thank you for the 10, Pat. Appreciate it. But you've got Yuto, SLS, contest, consistent. Billy Marks is old. Then you've got Shane, contest, consistent. Ish, Ronnie Kessner. He's like in that ballpark. But I'm just saying you have a very, very small team in April, and like half the team is, like contest killers. Like, it is so rare to win a top tier skateboard contest. So I'm not saying, my point is, I'm not saying that Toy Machine isn't like an elite company. I'm just saying in terms of like skill and consistency as far as like performing like on the drop of a hat, like the contest vibe, you can't argue that like oh yeah, that's a contest company. Like all their skaters ride contests. You could probably say that about Primitive. You could probably say that about April. But I don't think you can say that about Toy Machine. You can't say that about Zero. You can't say that about a lot of different, companies that are OG. Toy Machine losing Provost was a big hit, although he is right at home on Creature. Yeah, see, that's a good example. Those teams, those brands, again, they have their own thing going. They're raw, like they're sick because of the brand, but that doesn't mean they have a bunch of riders that are killing it at contests. So, and Axel's sick. Like I'm not like putting these guys down at all. I'm just saying, in terms of like elite, like in terms of like just raw ability to do tricks, who has the biggest bag of tricks and who's the most consistent. You know, like who's the most complete skater? Like who's gonna be able to skate well, flat ground, flat bar, ledge, stairs, handrails. Like who is the most complete package? I just think that like Creature, Toy Machine, Zero, some of these companies almost like specialize in other things, like in something, whether it's like skating the crustiest spots or skating the gnarliest spots, or you know what I mean? It's they're very focused in one area, where and that's their vibe. They get riders that fit that. All right. John Carlos Gonzalez slayed Phoenix Am last year. All right, sick. But yeah, so I mean, and again, like I feel like it's a good move for April. They're a young company, and you know, I guess in some ways they're pulling if they are getting Dashawn, we don't know this. Dashawn could have just ridden the wrong board that day. I don't know. I want you guys to tell me if you have inside information on this, and you know that Dashawn has left, or you have, you know, evidence other than this picture that we're looking at, the one of Dashawn riding April board. Leave it in the chat, because, you know, this is all speculative. But what I was saying is that April is kind of, you got Cole being SOTY 2 times and winning the Barracks and SLS. Yeah, but he's not doing that right now. He's not doing that right now. Hey, Joe, you blazing today, homie? Nah. But my point is that Kariyuma is just like, all right, let's get our logo in front of as many people as possible to get as much exposure. It's not the same, because April has acceptance inside of like the culture and industry of skateboarding, but in terms of like, April's a very small team, and I just feel like it's a good business decision to be able to get Dashawn on an April board is like a big move for them, I think, because Dashawn is one of the guys that can beat Nyjah and Yuto, and you know he has a lot of marketability. He's good personality, very like positive and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's a big come up for April, if that is, you know, the case. But I don't know, like it's hard for me to imagine Desean Jordan just like accidentally skating the wrong board in an ad, like accidentally skating an April board. But at the same time, anything can happen. But if that were the case, that Dashawn did ride the wrong board in that ad, I'm sure Nike would pay somebody to like Photoshop it or take it down and repost it without that picture. Because I'm sure Toy Machine would be so pissed. Especially like, yeah, I mean, yeah, if I were Toy Machine, I would be super pissed if he was still on Toy Machine and rode an April board in an ad. Maybe he's trying out boards. Yeah, see, that's a good point I didn't consider. Somebody told me that he's been off of Toy Machine for a while. So maybe he's off Toy Machine and is just dabbling, just skating other people's boards. Doesn't mean that he's on April skateboards. That's a good point. Or that he's even heading in that direction. It could be that Shane's just like hooking him up while he gets things figured out. Somebody messaged me and they said like, I think Dashawn and Ish are homies too. Isn't Dashawn part of Gas Giants, Ish's brand? Yeah, I mean, everybody's a part of Gas Giants. Like, I think it's just a homies thing. I don't think Ish is really like paying people. I think he's just sending them clothes and stuff. Gas Giants is so fire. Yeah, it is. But somebody was trying to make the argument to me that Dashawn is disloyal, and they compared him to Cater Silla, saying that like he's just sponsor hopping, right? Maybe Shane was like, "Hey man, try these out and see how you like them." Yeah. And bro, I could like I don't know if I buy that like at all, because you think about it, Dashawn when he got on when he left Sovereign, Zion F's the new Cater. No, Zion is just Zion. Cater's Cater. I don't think either of them would appreciate being, I don't know. They're different people. But when he left Sovereign, he was off board companies for a long time, like for years. It was like you constantly saw clips of him. And you're like, when is this guy gonna get a board sponsor? Same thing if you guys know who Ivan Montero is. This guy has had no board sponsor for so long. Same thing with Seva Kruktikov. Some people are just like, I don't know what the deal is, if they don't want the pressure or nobody wants them. But it's like, are you enjoying Toy Machine? I mean, who hasn't taken a friend's board to get one more shot at a trick you broke your own board on? Just a possibility. Yeah, but that looked like a chill, like flat ground session, the parking lot type thing, not like a I broke my board type session. But regardless, it's like, even if that did happen, they shouldn't be posting that like and sending mixed signals, because even if Dashawn is still on Toy Machine, just the fact that we're having this conversation is like not. If I was Toy Machine, I would be pissed. Now they got similar selection when Cater first got on Baker. Fair enough, makes sense. I don't know. I just feel like if I was Zion, I wouldn't want to be compared to Cater, because number one, Cater is a beast in terms of, you know, he's just really good at skating, has really good style, and has like developed a really good presence. But at the same time, Cater is like, I think at this point we have kind of put the label on Cater as being disloyal. And I don't think I don't think Zion wants that label at all. Just starting out, like, but yeah, Zion's sick. All right, board sponsors aren't where skaters make money, so it's not a big deal to not ride for a board sponsor. They already ride for a skate shop and can get boards. All of the money is in shoe sponsorship. Yeah, I think that's true, except for that it's you're more marketable having a board sponsor, in my opinion, because you've got all these companies wanting to make projects with you, right? Wanting to have you put out video parts, and say you don't have a board sponsor. How many shoe sponsors are dropping videos? Like, it's pretty rare for Nike to drop a full length, but all the time, board sponsors are putting out videos. So it's more chance for you to get seen riding in the shoes if you have a board sponsor, and so that makes you more valuable to a shoe sponsor. I think you have more like negotiation power, and you're gonna make more money on a shoe sponsor if you have a good board sponsor. So I agree with that, but I think it's important to have both. I bet Dashawn makes enough that maybe he didn't need a board check. Maybe his contract ended and he didn't want to renew with Toy Machine. Yeah. Well, and also, there's probably more to factor into it as well. Like, Dashawn owns a skate shop now. So he owns a skate shop in Arizona called Faces. So maybe he's getting more money from that. And I'm not saying, I mean, skate shops don't make a ton of money. So who knows, like, how much money he even makes from that a month. But, you know, maybe because he owns a little bit of, he owns himself to that degree. Like, he owns a skate shop that makes money while he's not there. And so now maybe, you know, he doesn't feel pressure to take a contract from Toy Machine or whatever. Or maybe it's the opposite, where he doesn't feel like he's meeting Toy Machine's needs well enough. That, you know, maybe his time is split so many ways that maybe it doesn't, like, fit anymore. Maybe, like, Toy Machine wants him to be in the streets more, and whereas, like, April's kind of cool with him maybe skating less street because he's got the contest thing going for him. Because that fits the vibe at April. So, I don't know. You guys let me know if any of that makes sense. But, yeah, at the end of the day, we're just talking about it. It's not. Like I said, I mean, Dashawn still has Toy Machine in his bio on his Instagram. So, it would have been sick if he stuck with Business and Company. Business and Company is the one owned by Mark Johnson, right? So I believe he got turned pro by Business and Company, but then left, and that's when he left for Toy Machine. Yeah. I mean, that is pretty sick, and I feel like that's probably part of the reason why that homie hit me up and was like, oh, Dashawn's just sponsor hopping, is because he wasn't on Business Company very long, and it seemed like, and I don't know the timeline exactly, it seemed like maybe he got turned pro and then left for Toy Machine pretty soon after. And it could have just been, like, timing. And it could have been Mark Johnson was like, hey, man, I understand I just turned you pro. If you, like, need to leave and go somewhere else where there's more of a future for you, I understand. Type of a thing. But I turned you pro, and that gives you some credibility as far as negotiating contracts in the future. So, yeah. What shoe are you skating right now? I'm skating the Ashads. I think that a board sponsor is still a huge flex, disregarding the circumstances. It's a credibility thing. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Especially if you have a good board sponsor. Like, nothing against, like, Mikey Taylor and Sovereign, but it's like, who's buying those boards? Like, I don't know their numbers, and they definitely have, like, their own artistic direction, but at the same time, I'm like, who is actually buying Sovereign? There's some board companies that you never really see at the skate park. And I feel like it probably just depends on, where you are from and whatnot. But happy 420, Joe. Is that today? Is that today? It is. Happy 420. I don't smoke, so. But yeah, for those of you that are celebrating, happy 420. Sammy Baked, it's literally your whole identity. I'm just kidding. Your profile name, I mean. Sammy Baked. Who is buying a lot of companies' boards? Good questions. I don't know. So, like, this is a good question. Who are you guys seeing at the skate park? What boards are you seeing people skating regularly? Thank you, Going to the Movies. Shout out Going to the Movies. Appreciate the 5. I feel like, personally, never saw somebody riding a Sovereign over here, too. Fabian, where are you from? Yeah, put what boards you see a lot and put your location, where you're living, because I feel like that factors in, too. If Toy Machine added more kind of shapes to their board, not only the deep concave, but also long penny board types, there would be more diverse riders and medical prostate. Cool. You had me until the end, Carlton, and then I'm just confused. Local shop blanks all day, over and over. Same. Weekend? Oh, you see a lot of weekend boards up in Logan. I skate quasi because of their twin tail shape. I love the quasi twin tail shape. Real quasi crooked magenta is what I see. Interesting. I've never seen a magenta board. Younger kids, hockey, FA. Old heads, anti-hero creature. That's a good distinction. I'm in northern Germany, Fabian. And you said, what did you say, Fabian? Real quasi crooked. Yeah, I feel like, don't forget to donate. Button is below. Hey, thanks, Carlton. I see FA, Powell, Creature, Blind, Shop Decks on the East Coast. Yeah, I would say here in Utah, I definitely see a lot of FA hockey. I feel like that is, if you're in high school, that's like the cool thing, is like FA hockey. Baker, don't see any darkroom. You see a few anti-heroes. You see a lot of real. I actually, I don't see primitive too often. I feel like Primitive is a very like Zoomies type brand. I don't think our skate shop even carries Primitive. Our skate shop doesn't carry Primitive, doesn't carry Nike. They're just like not about that at all. I'm guarantee you they carry Toy Machine. That's the vibe. Um, Also a lot of local shop decks. Yeah, here there are a lot of local shop boards for sure. A lot of local skating, the shop boards. But like ones that I rarely see, like Enjoy, Plan B, I feel like I don't really see a lot of. Let me know. Let's flip it now. Hey, thank you, Carlton. I appreciate that. Appreciate the one, Carlton. A few Polar. Yeah, I see a few Polar now and again. Let's flip the question. Not seen at the skate park. What boards are you like? What brands are out there that you're like, man, I never see anybody skating that? Joe, opinion on the European skate scene? I don't know, seems sick. You guys have a lot of like granite, like stone plazas, which is sick. I never see a Plan B. Yeah, I don't often see dwindle boards. Yeah, so don't see Blind a lot. Definitely don't be seeing Monarch. I don't often see yeah, rarely see Blind. Let's think. Enjoy. You see Enjoy sometimes, but it's definitely like they're not an old head yet. Never see a Braille board. I've seen one Braille board. I'm the only person I see still riding Habitat. Habitat's another one. I've only seen one guy once at the board with an April board. At the park with an April board. I've seen plenty of April. Don't see a lot of Elements. Dankies. Never seen a Revive. I've seen, I guess, one Revive randomly years ago. I was knocking doors doing sales in North Carolina, and there was this kid skating on the street with a Revive board. Never see A-Team or World Industries. Yeah, definitely not. Skate Mental. Never seen it. Blind. Seen it a few times. Darkroom. Never seen it. I haven't seen Frog or Passport ever. That's weird. I have seen a Frog board, but as a wall hanger. I saw John Hill at the park with a Revive board. Well, I mean, you got to expect that to happen. If you didn't see him with a Revive board, then we'd be having this whole video but about John Hill. Only seen Enjoy as little kids' first completes. Is Shorty still a thing? I don't think it is. April. Pat Kelly, I need to take off later, Joe. Take care, buddy. Catch you on the next one. Thank you, Pat. Shout out Pat from Colorado. Skate Mafia. Yeah, there's another one that I don't see anybody like skating Skate Mafia, but I mean, they still have, who is it? Is Brandon Westgate on Skate Mafia? What's the dude I'm thinking of who's absolutely a legend on Skate Mafia? Pat. Lots of Braille boards at my local. It's Mowgli's local too. Lots of us supporting. Thoughts on glider boards? I really like the glider boards, Enrique. They're very flat, but really well pressed wood. Like super. They don't chip easily, which I like a lot. Skate Mafia feels slept on. My local skate shop had some Frog boards. I got a few. I wasn't a big fan of them. Why didn't you like them, Jordan? Ivan Monteros is skating Shorty's deck right now. What? Shorty's is a thing then. Brandon Turner. As what you would call an old head at 38, I've been skating April this past year exclusively. I don't know, is 38 old head status? I'm not sure if you've earned that yet. Maybe once you're in your 40s, maybe then. Wes Kramer, that's who I couldn't think of. Wes Kramer's a beast. Flip, Freedom, Birdhouse. Birdhouse is another one that it's like they've got Tony Hawk's name behind it, and you're like, oh, Birdhouse. But you never see Birdhouse. It's really, really bizarre. Frog skateboards have high kicks. 46 here, man. Started in 87. See, I sounds like H. He's earned old head. Andrew Pegg, 39. You haven't earned it yet. You have to be 40 or more, and then you're an old head. 30s is the transition. 30s is the transition to old head. 30s club member here. I'm 37. Not quite as old as you guys, but I'm getting there. Time will tell. Yeah, you spend your 30s earning that status. Yep. It may accelerate faster if you give up on skateboarding all the time, and you don't skate anymore. Damn, I feel young. I'm 19. I feel that. Only hookups at my local 90% hookup decks. Interesting. I'm 20. Yeah, it's interesting. So my channel, I feel like, started with like a lot of people between like late 20s, early 30s, and now it's, as I'm getting bigger, it's like moving down. I'm 28, turning 29 soon. I started in 85. I'm presently 48. Definitely feel old here. Yeah, Eric, dude, you've earned it. Yo, Joe, do some part skate vid reviews, stuff like that. It would be fun. Great guy. Luke, I do want to do that. We'll get there. I promise. I just got to learn how to use the software. All I do is slappies and kickies. Old head tricks are fire. There you go, dude. I mean, you could just skip your 20s and your 30s and just go straight for the slappies. I don't know if that'll give you the old head status, but you can pretend. I'm 32, was a teen during the whole piss drunks era. Slappies are alright, man. I cannot slappy to save my life. We should do maybe a local Joe learns slappies. Because I cannot slappy to save my life. Baker. I love that it's like if somebody types like Baker, you can't say it without like hearing it in your head. Baker. I like heroin skateboards. I love them. I quit trying most flip tricks 2 years ago. Now you still gotta throw switch trays in your 40s to keep legit. Bro, if you throw switch trays on, like at all, you're legit. Can you post on your Patreon again? Yeah, bro, I've been slacking. I'm just spread so thin between like taking care of my son and like family stuff and then trying to just keep the YouTube channel going, but yeah, I need to do something. I feel bad for all shout out the 3 of you that support me on Patreon. I'm sorry that I feel like I don't deserve your support because you guys are just like, I mean, it's only $3, whatever. It's not that much, but yeah, I need to do something on Patreon. But yeah, Desean Jordan has left the building. Just kidding. All right, let's see Dashawn's sponsors right now. Dashawn hang out a lot with Primitive Headquarters and P-Rod Skateboard as well. Maybe he's going to them. Dude, if Dashawn went to Primitive, that would be insane. I don't think it'll happen though, but like that's just too much, I think. I don't think we need Dashawn on Primitive. Will old head status get me slaps? They're elusive. Been back almost 2 years and just relearning all my old tricks. I don't know if that. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Once you reach 40, you have slappies on lock. That's just how it works. Ryan DeSantos also left Dark Star. That is not a surprise. First time I felt old is when I blew my back on a fakie flip on flat. Yeah, man. When you're saying things like, "Oh, I threw out my back," that you're probably over 40 at that point. Love the Dylan high part review on Patreon. Yeah, maybe I should do part reviews. Dashawn on April probably. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Dashawn going to Primitive would just be like, I don't know, too much of a what do they call that? Like the buying championships, buying trophies type thing when like they got Chris Bosh, LeBron James, and Dwayne Wade on the Heat. And it's just like, all right, chill out. Do a local Joe Learn slappies on your Patreon. I could. I don't have a slappy spot. I found one the other day, but I've got to like prep it. Have you ever met Dashawn in real life and asked him a great question? I have, Carlton. I asked Dashawn how to do laser flips. He will be going to King Skateboards. All right, green one up. Hit us with what you know. How do you know he's going to King Skateboards? Because I can see it. I can see that. He's a very, proud of being black pride type of dude. All of his shirts have something to do with being black, it seems like. And that's kind of what King Skateboards is about, if I'm not mistaken. Tyshawn's like, this is the first black skateboard company, which is a lie, but that's like their thing. Twin tail, egg shape 9.5, heroin razor edge is my current ride. Fakie flips are dangerous. Learn slappies with Dan Corrigan. That would be a sick video. We almost linked up once, but we didn't. Wait, Andrew Pegg. Just made a video public, the 4 trays 3 weeks ago, to be dumb at 46. Eric Crockett, that's a fireboard. I can't slap you either, still just ollie onto curbs. I know, you feel like an idiot when you ollie onto a slappy curb. What brand would it possibly go to? What do you think? Would Dashawn? I can see King too. Yeah, I agree, Jacob. April makes sense. Clean style, SLS skater. Also, someone has to compete with Primitive. Yeah, I feel like April and Primitive very much have similar vibes. Like, they seem like brothers. Give some info on that. King Skateboards makes sense. Yeah, I agree. King Skateboards makes sense, but you need to give us more than just he will be going to King. Why do you say that? What do you know? Do you have any recommendations for a good rail? The Transformer one looks cool, but I don't know. The one that I currently have is the Keen Ramps. It's just like right over there. That's why I'm pointing. The Keen Ramps rail. I really like it. A Dashawn on Disorder. King Jaw will give him the bag. I don't know if King Jaw has the bag to give him. Otherwise, he'd just be paying out of his own pocket. Good channel. Nice live chat, Local Joe. Thank you. Okay, all right. Green one up. I mean, check it. He is black, a king, and plus Tyshawn originally wanted to be on Toy Machine. King makes sense, baby. All right. Okay, so you're not saying that because you know something. That's what it sounded like. You don't know something. It's just your best guess. Yeah, okay. I'm talking out of my butt. Can't say much more, but Zion on King fits nice. April is a way different vibe than Primitive, in my opinion. April is way more chill, if you will. Okay, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They're brothers. Brothers aren't the same. Brothers aren't the same. I feel like my what I said still stands. April and Primitive are brothers. April is like the older brother, the first child. Extremely like, let's get this bread. Very serious and productive. And then April's the younger brother, a little bit more chill. I'm going to say April's the middle child, though. I feel like there's probably going to be another company that, finishes the trifecta. There's got to be 3. Yeah, for sure. I get what you mean. Bros before hoes. I think Baker or Death Wish is a decent bet for him, too. Baker or Death Wish for Desean Jordan? Come on, man. No way. No way. No way. I will pay you $1. I know that's not a lot. But I'll literally pay you $1 if he goes to a Death Wish. Death Wish, I'd like to see him skate with Jamie and Jake. There's no way. King is not a good fit for him because he's too clean for King. Also, King focuses on hype and trendy skaters. Someone for the younger skaters. Dashawn will go with the top. What? The top? I don't get it, Carlton. We'll go with the top. The top what? I don't know. Oh, top brands. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Gotta sleep now. Have a nice day. See you, Fabian. That's how I feel about it. I just feel like Dashawn is the type of skater that it's like he fits like the way that he dresses. He's not like a grungy skater. He's more closer to like Nigel Houston, you know what I mean? Than a lot of people. He kind of, I don't know, he dresses a little bit differently. He's not sagging his pants. He's always wearing a belt. So he doesn't have that, like, I don't know, from the streets type vibe. He has that Arizona vibe. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Honestly, if you look at it, Jagger Eaton and Deshaun Jordan dress exactly the same. But Deshaun's black, so it looks cooler. It's just, that is what it is. Yeah, bro. Baker could make sense. I mean, Cater left. They need another big hitter. Baker has so many big hitters. Also, Nike connection, Shane, Yuto, him. Zion, Ashad, and Dashawn. Unreal is what you're saying? Could you see him on FA or hockey? No way. No way. Dude, I think FA and hockey, to me, it doesn't seem like... I don't know how they're gonna... I don't know how they're gonna keep it going. I feel like they've really hit with, like, the younger kids, but I don't know about, like, longevity. What about Disorder? Disorder is more of a possibility to me than a lot of other people, like what you guys have been saying. Like, Baker and Death Wish, there's no way at all. But I could see Disorder's more likely. But I think he's going to April. I think it's just as likely Dashawn would be starting his own company as moving on to another board sponsor. I don't agree. Primitive, maybe. It'd be crazy to see if he did his own company. Joe, do you see Dashawn or OG Brand? No, I don't see him on Santa Cruz. He's leaving that vibe. If he wanted that vibe, I guess it's not all about that. It could be about money, that he's not getting paid. Because here's the thing. How often are you guys seeing Toy Machine boards in the wild? Leave it in the chat where you're from and how often you see Toy Machine boards, because here in Utah, I don't know if I've seen more than one Toy Machine board. And that's not to say not too often. Yeah, the whole Tumyeto, what is the Tumyeto brands are? Toy Machine, Foundation. I think I see more Andrew Pegg, Under My Own Feet, sick. I think I see more Foundation than I've actually seen of Toy Machine. But I do see Toy Machine t-shirts. I do see Toy Machine hats. I do have Toy Machine Thunder's Ride all the time, but I'm almost an old head. NorCal, Humboldt County, not too often. Macedonia, Europe, we have them at my local. I agree, not a lot of Toy Machine. Very rare. I'm in Southern Africa. So I don't see a lot of Toy Machine around the skate park. I don't see a lot of, like, Dwindle brands. I don't, and I feel like you can't say for certainty, like, who's killing it or not, But when you're not seeing those boards around the park a lot, you kind of start to feel like, okay, you can kind of get a sense of, like, if you're seeing a board a lot, like real boards, Baker boards, you see them a lot, you're like, all right, they must be doing well. But then how often do you see Tumyeto brands at your local? What are your sponsors? I don't have any. I do not have any. I'm, like, thinking about it. Do I have sponsors? No, I don't have any sponsors. People will send me stuff, but that's different. Crooked boards are everywhere up here. Where are you at, commas? Yeah, I've seen crooked boards. Crooked, real, anti-hero. Deluxe is just killing it. Somehow Deluxe is just killing it. It could be because maybe the shop here sells a lot of Deluxe, so it's like a circular thing, The shop here has done well with Deluxe, and so it just keeps ordering a lot of Deluxe, and people see a lot of Deluxe, so they buy a lot of Deluxe. But how many times can you say Deluxe? Anyways, I do see consistently a lot of Deluxe. Peace out, Jose. USA brands are barely popular in Europe. Like what brands, Luca? Like what USA brands are you talking about? To be fair, though, I'm, like, the only one who skates the local parks here. Well, there you go. probably he going to deluxe distribution. I don't think so, man. I really don't. Is GX1000 a good brand? I mean, GX1000's videos are pretty sick. I don't know, like, I'm not that into it that I know all the GX riders or anything, but I couldn't tell you a single GX rider, but every time I watch one of their videos, I'm like, holy cow. It makes an impact, and I feel like GX1000, I don't know if their riders necessarily have enough, like, talent or individualism to, like, be pro and, like, sell a lot of their own, like, boards with their name on it. But a GX1000 board, I mean, that's sick. Anytime you see a GX1000 board at the park, you're like, oh yeah, hell yeah. I think I think they're cool, man. I really like it. What's your opinion on Young Wavy? Best dude. Yeah, I really like Young Wavy. He's a homie. Off topic. Hope you've been practicing those nollie flips. I have. I have a video on nollie flips dropping tomorrow, actually. I've never seen Baker boards or reel. All we do is support local shops. Okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense. It's probably expensive to, support those companies. Young Wavy is legit. Yeah, Alex, perfect timing, dude. That's funny. This has happened multiple times where people are like, you should make a video about this. And I'll be like, crazy. It's dropping tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, what's your favorite skate shoe at the moment? Bro, I'm just missing Dunks. I just miss Dunks, dude. Dunks they have a very round toe cap. Like, the shape of the toe cap gives you, like, a very slow but controlled flick, and I really, really like that. And the shape of it is perfect for heel flips. And I just got done skating the Adidas Forum 84 ADVs. And great kick flips, horrible heel flips. And it just really made me miss them. If you're a blue-collar shop, boards are life, especially if you're going buck. Should I get the Stray Ventura? The Ventura's a slip-on. If you like slip-ons, bro, I would go for it. But I have seen that Stray. I don't skate them anymore. But I have seen that Stray jacked up their prices like insane. Like, they used to be a super affordable shoe. And now they're not. You should try and review a Heroin Twin Tail with the Razor Edge, Joe. Sounds kind of crazy. Maybe. Since you skated both, Dunk versus Force 58, opinion. All right, so we all know that I wasn't skating real dunks all that time. So, know that. The only real dunks that I've skated were, like, years ago, and they were the Nike SB, like, 6.0 dunks. So, the silhouette was different back then. So, bear that in mind. But, Joe, I've never seen you wearing Nike Dunk highs to skate. Do you like it, or do you prefer lows? I prefer lows, but to be honest, I haven't skated the highs, so it's crazy. So yeah, bear that in mind. If the shoes that I skated are any indication, which I think they are, because I have real dunks that I don't skate and fake ones, and I can see to what degree they're the same and not the same. The Force 58s have a faster flick. Please review the Heroin Double Tail Razor Edge, broski. Seriously, bro, it makes flip tricks so much better. It's unreal. I don't know, man. I'm not convinced. Is there a superstition you do before going to skate a new deck, or any bracelets or religious charms you wear during a session, for example, for example, your background? No. No. Sorry. The Stray Venturas are tight and skate nice. The mystery box shoes are $24.99 US. You just don't know what you're gonna get. What size shoe do you wear? If I'm chilling, I'm wearing size 9. But if I'm skating, I need to go 8.5 to get it nice and like tight to my foot. Opinion on Ace trucks? Never. I don't have an opinion. Never skated them. But back to the Force 58s. I think they're a little bit. They have more of a faster flick, but it's good. So right now I'm skating the Ashads, and I feel like the Ashads are even a little bit faster than the Force 58s. But it's crazy switching from the Adidas Forum 84, which is a very slow flick, and then to the Ashads now that is a little bit not too fast, not too like Vans, like your board's just like flicking like crazy. The Ashad's like a good controlled but fast flick. And I love the Ashads. The Force 58's a little bit more controlled and a little bit slower, but still it has a good like release on the flick. Ben DeGros talked about this. He loved skating the Force 58s, and he said it was like the best flicking shoe he'd ever skated, like straight out of the box or something like that. That like his kick flips, the flick just like went. And I definitely agree with that. The dunks are not flicking for you. You've got to do all the flick. But the Force 58s, they give you a little bit of like free rotation with the flick, but not so much that it's like out of control, which is how I feel with Vans. The Ashads are more narrow and pointy in the toe. I get a faster flick with the Force 58. See, okay, I guess what I'm describing is there's more grip on your shoe with the Force 58s than with the Ashads. The Ashads is more of a pointy, rubbery flick, and the Force 58s is you flick with more of the upper, which I like. I like to feel the toe cap on my board. I feel a lot more control that way. It's maybe less precise, but I mean, how fast your flick is really relative because everybody flicks different ways. And like for me, I can probably flick the same speed with both shoes, but with the Ashads, I feel like it automatically flicks fast. Whereas with the Force 58, since it's a little bit more of the upper, you get more grip, and then you decide how fast you want to flick it. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Joe, what do you think if Reebok and Puma release a collection of skateboarding shoes probably next year? Would it seriously affect the market? Probably not. Rad chat, night shift is calling. All right, see you, Andrew. Interesting. Reebok and Puma release a collection, and then Desean Jordan goes to Reebok. That would actually be kind of sick. I don't know. Puma's pretty rough. I don't know. I'm not sure. Puma has, I feel like, tried and maybe is even still trying. I feel like I see some people riding Pumas. They can never kind of make an impact in skating. I feel like they're always kind of there, but never kind of can like solidify. Whereas like in soccer, I feel like Puma's legitimate. But I don't feel like they've made that impact in skating. Reebok, I think, would do great because Reebok is cultural. Like, just like Nike and Adidas are cultural, Reebok has that same appeal to them. Like, as a brand, they're OG. So I feel like they just need to learn how to harness that. So if Reebok came out with a shoe made for skating, maybe like very similar to a dunk, like an 80s basketball shoe, but was maybe a little bit like a different, like maybe slim or something like that, I feel like Reebok could do it because they have a genuine brand that can kind of compete with Nike and Adidas and that. Whereas Puma, I don't think that their brand fits the way that Reebok does as far as like into skateboarding. But I mean, yeah, anything could happen. I do see Cariumas every now and again, so even a brand like that can. I don't know if they'll last forever or like what's gonna go on with them, but I mean they're making making ripples in skateboarding, whether you like it or not. Yeah, so I'm curious though about Dashawn going to April, what about when New Balance joined in? I think New Balance, I feel like they have somehow done it in a very, like, I feel like they've made a really proper entrance in skateboarding. And are you kidding? Classic Puma suede. Get a pair. I'm all right. Adidas owns Reebok. I did know that. I did know that Adidas owns Reebok. But yeah, I still think it's weird though that Dashawn is posting a not he's not posting. Nike's posting the clip or the photo of him skating a Uto April board. Meanwhile, he still has Toy Machine in his Instagram profile. Like, part of me wonders, like, is there a contract where it's like contractually he's supposed to leave that in there until something else is like official? Or is this just Deshaun's not keeping up with his Instagram bio? But if I had had a conversation with my shoe sponsor or my board sponsor, like if I was Deshaun and I had a conversation with Toy Machine and I said, hey man, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really gonna re-up my contract. I think I'm gonna go somewhere else. I think we do know that caters off Baker. I'm gonna go somewhere else. After that conversation's been had, you're probably going to take Toy Machine out of your profile. Like, I don't know if that conversation, like if it was spoken like that, if it was communicated properly, I feel like that would be enough in my head to be like, okay, I need to take Toy Machine out of my Instagram bio. I mean, he's got 386,000 people looking at his Instagram. So, and more, probably more because, he posts some crazy edits. They get all these views and whatnot. So, I guess part of me wonders if there wasn't a conversation at all. If Dashawn didn't check with Toy Machine before he skated that Uto board, if this is a situation kind of like, over at Dwindle, maybe they're struggling to make ends meet at Tumyeto, which, I mean, that's nobody's fault. Everybody's just trying to do the best that they can. And maybe Dashawn wasn't getting paid, and so maybe he felt within his liberty to skate a Uto board. And maybe he's still under contract with Tumyeto and with Toy Machine. But I could see him thinking to, what's this contract mean if I'm not getting paid? They agreed to pay me this money. They're not paying me the money. So why am I skating their boards? So maybe that, it's not official that he is off Toy Machine one way or the other, but maybe he's not getting paid. And so it's like, well, why am I going to be loyal to you if you're not loyal to me? If I'm not getting paid, you're paying me for my loyalty and to ride your boards. But if you're not paying me, then how, I'm just going to ride whatever I want until you pay me. Which I know that sounds like real immature, but crazier things have happened. I'm not saying that is what happened, though. I'm speculating. I don't know anything. I'm just some dude who's just sitting in his car talking about the whole situation because it's fun to talk about, but yeah, can't take it all that seriously. Do we know if caters off Baker? Yes, I believe we do. Joe, what is your top 5 on the next Street League contest? Top 5. Well, that depends. Is Nija skating? Is Nija skating Street League? Can we look it up somewhere? If Nija's skating Street League, because Nija's definitely in my top 5. Your eyes on Nija Houston was your thought on his doing? What? I don't understand your question. Okay, let's go to Street League Instagram. Sorry, I got distracted. Jamie Foy posted new edit on Insta. I like me some Jamie Foy. All right. I think he's on his current skateboarding. Okay, so let me look. Nija Houston and his current skateboarding. I think he's killing it after a knee injury like that. So like as gnarly as it was, I don't know. Time passes, but it's like it's crazy how he was like 1 week out from surgery doing kickflips. Anyways, he seems like he's okay. So here we go. Aurélien Girard, Group 1. Oh, sorry. Group 1, we've got Aurélien Girard, Kelvin Hoffler, Chris Joslin, Jagger Eaton, Braden Hoban. So there's... This doesn't make any sense. Okay. Anyway, so here we go. Nike Houston is skating in Street League. So this is... I don't understand the new format. I don't know if you guys can see. This is... you've got different groups. They call them knockout groups. Or the knockout round or something like that. Men's knockout round. You've got... Carlos Ribeiro is already, like, locked in his spot because he won. Okay, so here's how it works. New SLS is kind of confusing. Local Joel. Yo, W Local Joel. Everybody in the chat. W Local Joel. W Local Joel. Shout out to Local Joel, dude. It's been too long, my guy. It's been too long. All right, so this is the way that it works. You've got 4 knockout groups. 4 knockout groups. And there are, in the finals, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. So 6 spots in the finals. 4 knockout groups. So out of those 6 spots, the first one is the winner of the previous Street League. So that's Carlos Ribeiro. He's locked in. Then you've got, from each knockout group, there's 4 knockout groups. You take the winner from each knockout group. And then they advance. So now we've got the winner of the previous Street League, 4 knockout stage winners, and then there's 1 second chance winner, which is whoever across all the groups had the highest score. So that's basically a wild card. Whoever skated the best, but, you know, wasn't the winner. That is really confusing, but it could make it really interesting. Yo, you know what? My guys, I have thought about, for a YouTube video, rebuilding making like a fingerboard version of Street League Parks. Is that a cool idea or is that stupid? Like, what if I, just like built a miniature fingerboard version? Because on the SLS Instagram, right, they've got the plans for the course right here. The plans for the course are... So, like, what if I built this into existence, like a fingerboard version? You got me back into skating. Big ups. Hell yeah. I don't know if that's a stupid idea or not, but, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'd have fun tech decking on it, regardless. Just an idea. But... do you guys have any juicy gossip? Anybody have juicy gossip or hot takes about anything in skateboarding right now? I'm here for the juicy gossip and hot takes. Have you guys been watching what's been going on with Thrash Talking and Skate Theorist? Do you guys even know who they are? Thrash Talking and Skate Theorist? Dude, this has been the best thing that's ever happened. Is the beef between Thrash Talking and Skate Theorist. Dude, this beef had literally just made my whole day yesterday. It was so good. So good. If you guys haven't, go follow Thrash Talking and Skate Theorist. When is the Gifted Hater collab coming? I don't know, man. Local Joel says it's pretty funny. I don't know, dude. I don't even know what we'd do. I don't know what would the collab be like. I don't know. Did you watch the Gifted Hater live stream? I saw Skate Theorist screen recorded it and sent it to me. So I watched the first few minutes and then like the last 10 minutes. Because I was not sitting through that whole thing. And Skate Theorist kind of told me the gist of it. So I watched it. Just like the last 10 minutes, and so funny, dude. I'm not too big into the pronouns thing, but I guess he, him. I think it's confusing. You could send the fingerboard park to SLS Pros to use. Would be fun. Dude, so that's a... Straight up, that's a content idea. Actually, forget the collab. When is the local Joe Street Park coming? That would break the internet. Break the internet, bro? The only thing it's breaking is me. Because I'm not good at skateboarding. Local Joe Street Park is going to be boring. It's going to be a snore fest. And, yeah. No, I it's in my head. Like, I do want to film a street part. I'm still kind of putting it together in my head. Because I want it to be good. But the first video I watched from Skate Theorist, he was like at 30 subs. And his comments were filled with people saying he was copying him. Drums or flats? My friend Mark is here. Shout out to your friend Mark. Mark is out of pocket. All right, first video I watched. Yeah, well, he is, though. And Skate Theorist will admit to that he's not doing anything new. It's like Gifted Hater really blew this whole like streaming commentary thing open. I don't think anybody thought it would do well for like the skateboarding niche. And then all of a sudden, like, Gifted Hater just like popped off doing this commentary stuff and the streaming and Patreon. He like kind of showed people what was possible, and then Skate Theorist is like kind of piggybacking off of all that. And me even streaming is like piggybacking off of like Gifted Hater and Brian Arnett. Like, I don't think people really thought that anybody cared about streaming. Switch heels on lock? No. Even my regular heels are struggling right now. Like a public installation at SLS would be tops. Bro, that would be so sick. I come in, bro. I build my skate park. I take it to Street League, and then I get like a Street League staff shirt made. And then I like show up and I'm like, all right, where do I put my park? Or like or like I show up with a Tech Deck shirt. That's honestly the move right there. Show up with a Tech Deck staff shirt, and I'm like, all right, where do I get my credentials, and where do we set this thing up? So Dashawn is writing for April now. Yeah, so for any of you that weren't here at the beginning, I'll pull up the picture. So Dashawn was in a Nike ad for the new Dunks, the Run the Jewels. And there's this picture in the ad, and you can see Sean Malta in the background. You got Dashawn right here, and you see that board? That's the April Yuto Horigome board that I actually skated. And yeah, Dashawn's skating it. So I don't know. We're all kind of jumping to the conclusion that Dashawn is off of Toy Machine. But where it gets messy is the fact that he still has Toy Machine in his Instagram bio. So we don't really know. I guess I feel like it's safer to assume that he's off Toy Machine than it is to assume that he's on April. I feel like I'm comfortable in my head being like, yeah, he's off Toy Machine. Because say he wasn't even off Toy Machine, but he did that, at that point, there'd be a real serious discussion of, are we going to keep you on? So I feel like he's probably off Toy Machine. But, I mean, we'll see. Time will tell. I feel like if we see him skating, this is the only time that I've seen him skating in an April board. Maybe let's go to Dashawn's profile. And, Dashawn. Let's see if we can find a different clip of him skating an April board. So this is from 2 days ago. Having a real hard time seeing. What board he's riding. He's sponsored by Herschel? Like the backpacks. That's crazy. Wow. Sean's really out here getting those brand deals. I can't find anything. If you want to help me, hop on your phone, go to Instagram and see if you can find a clip of... Oh, hey, all right. So here we go. March 7th, Dashawn posted this. Hey, yep. All right here. So this is March 7th. So a little over a month ago. You can see this is an edit of Dashawn. Notice his board. Blank board. That's March 7th. Now, this one was 2 days ago. I can't tell what the graphic is. But this one has a graphic, so it's no longer blank. Loki, I thought he was going to go on Primitive. Bro, I don't know. How can Primitive afford so many good riders? That's what I don't understand. That's what I do not understand. He put the SB and A-Shock stickers on the April too, so I don't think he's borrowing it. Hey, good point. Good point, Shiba Emu. You're actually a genius. Very observant. Who's better in your opinion, Dashawn or Tyshawn? Yeah, that's what I mean. Dashawn or Tyshawn? Shoot. Who would I rather watch? Probably Tyshawn. I'll be honest. Okay. Dashawn, something about the way he skates doesn't make sense to me. He looks different than anybody else, and, like, good for him. But something about his skating doesn't always look right to me. Dashawn laser flips and trays are wet. See, I don't like his trays that much. But I love his laser flips. Like, bro, I can't cap. I mean, he has the best laser flip of all time, I think. I mean, there's probably some dude that did it better in the 90s or something. I don't know. But Dashawn has an insane laser. Or was it Tyshawn and Nock making a company? No, so Tyshawn and Nock made King skateboards, and I think Zach Saraceno, I don't know how to say his name, is with them as well. But that did not look like a King skateboard. Definitely not. I definitely don't think it was. But yeah, so I guess here's my thing. I like them both. I'm not a huge fan of either of their styles. It's weird because Dashawn is short. And for that reason, I think that's why I don't like something about it. I like it, okay? But something about it is like, something seems off. It's not my favorite. Tyshawn, too tall. So it's not that it's bad. It's not that I don't like it. It's just something. He's so tall that something about it is just off, right? So I feel like maybe that's pretty picky. Neen Williams has the best heel flips, including laser flips. Show me a Neen Williams laser flip, and I will show you a Desean Jordan laser flip, and then we will agree. He's short. I don't know if you're taking that a different direction, but yeah, he is. He's short. He's shorter than me. I'm 5'9". I'm definitely not tall. I would consider myself like a little short. So Shad would be somewhere in the middle then. Yeah. And Ashad's on the tall side for sure. But he makes it work. Dashawn is built different. Tyshawn got legs like a runway model. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Gregson is the best tall skater. I don't know. I think Seva is like hella tall. Seva makes it look good. Yoshi on stereo has pretty mean laser. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yoshi Tenenbaum. I just caught my first Toy Machine deck on sale. About to throw grip on it. Sick. I don't think I'd ever skate a Toy Machine board. But I would rock a Toy Machine shirt. For sure. Like, bro, that logo, the monster, the OG one from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, whew, that one's just like embedded in my soul. I love that. It feels like me. How do you feel about Vince Palmer? Personality, his style is crazy. Board feeling is best when the deck is new. Have you seen the GX1000 video? Deep fried pescado? I have not watched the whole thing. I started it but did not finish it. But I just got busy. Who would you rather fight, Tyshawn or Dashawn? Dashawn. No question. Tyshawn grew up in New York, bro. Dashawn's from Arizona. I'd fight him all day. I'd probably lose either way, but I would fight Dashawn all day. I think Tyshawn would murder me. He'd, like, fold me up into a little ball and, like, take a bite and then chuck me in the garbage. That's the same question you asked before. But, yeah, definitely I'm not fighting Tyshawn. Vince Palmer, I don't know a lot about Vince Palmer, so I have no opinion, unfortunately. Sorry, dude. I feel like I'm pretty with it in terms of, like, following skateboarding, but I've seen Vince Palmer around. I've seen the name, but don't know anything about the guy. Sorry. I've probably seen his skating, but just don't know that it's him. It's always embarrassing when somebody asks a question and I just, like... Because I know that name, Vince Palmer. I know I've seen, like, a clip of his, but, yeah. Makes me feel like an idiot. Like I shouldn't be doing this because if I don't know everybody. You got some pretty eyes, boy. Thank you. My girl tells me the same thing. You guys want to see my eyes? You can see them really well right now. Normally, I have, like, sunken eye sockets, so normally you can't really see my eyes. They don't really pop that well. And I have blonde eyebrows, so it's like my face just, like, flattens. I don't know. You can't really, like, my eyes don't pop, but, yeah, I do have pretty eyes. Most people can't notice, though. It's nice of you to notice. They just don't stand out, but if you actually look at them, you're like, damn. I have to do that every year or so. Toy Machine is a foundational brand in skateboarding. We are talking Ed Templeton. I never liked Ed Templeton's graphics. They're too playful or something. That's so funny. Oh, my gosh. Those comments happened. Like, those two people were typing at the exact same time. Dashawn is jacked, though, and lower to the ground. Bro, I would never fight Tyshawn, though. Do you have a preference for a type of underwear for a skate session? It's literally legendary company. Yeah, I agree. I have no problem with Toy Machine's graphics. I think it's sick. Teach their own. Preference for underwear? Nah, dude. I've actually been thinking about this because I feel like I might like try some Supreme underwear for like a video. But then I see that Supremes did like a Hanes collab. So now I'm like, okay, so I'm just buying overpriced Hanes at this point. Asking about underwear is crazy. You know what's crazier? The fact that I'm talking about it. But yeah, no. That's now I can't do it. Now I can't. What am I gonna just overpay for some Hanes I could go get at Walmart? I don't know. Dude, I was looking at the store, and I don't know. I like the Nike stuff, like the Nike performance stuff. So I was looking for like a knockoff version of that, like the generic version of that. But I just kept feeling the fabrics, and I'm like, nah, could do it. Dashawn and Foyer are like best friends. I still say Baker Boy distro for Dashawn. What are you talking about, Eric? Eric, dude, tell me why Dashawn and Foyer are best friends. What undies have the best pop? Whatever Tiago's wearing. Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? The best undies for pop, brick underneath. It's Tyshawn's company. He started an underwear company. How gangster is that? Started an underwear company. It's more about the culture of skateboarding with Toy Machine. Some of you losers wouldn't even know skateboarding existed, considering the number of pros and companies they helped influence. Man, S. Blaylock, are you okay, bro? Coming out just calling everybody losers? Brick underneath, yeah. Brick underneath. Damn, dude, shots fired. Most of you losers wouldn't even know what skateboarding is? Damn, bro. You really just gonna call everybody losers? That is some confidence right there, bro. That is some confidence. You just straight up think you're a winner so you can call other people losers, huh? I respect it. Takes a lot of confidence in a man to call somebody else a loser. That's a... All right. How do you feel about Zion going to Baker? I think that was such a good move. I think it fits him. I always felt weird about him being on Santa Cruz, especially when his homie Noah Pollard was on Death Wish. It was like, yeah, anyways, I always felt like they should be on the same company, and Baker and Death Wish pretty much are. Yeah, it's disrespectful not to honor to those who came before you. Blaylock's undies don't got popped. Confirmed. Bro, that doesn't mean you can just call people losers. Skateboarding doesn't even matter. Like, that is the most loser move. But, I don't know. I think you're taking it too serious, man. Yeah, Baker was such a smart move. Here's the thing. Anybody that calls somebody else a loser, like, most likely doesn't have grounds to be saying that. Like, the only people that deserve to say that are people that are, like, actually doing something with their life. You said a bunch of you losers. I don't know how I'm taking that out of context. Oh, crap. I was mixing Dashawn and Zion up. I am definitely a loser. Yeah, Eric, pay some respect to those who came before. S. Blaylock. No shade, dog, but that, I don't know. That was a little... I couldn't say nothing. When you in front of everybody just like throw down and you're like, I don't know. If you said a bunch of losers, I would have let it go. But you said a bunch of you losers. That means me and the other 25 people in here, you're like trying to throw down with us. And I'm just like, what? That was crazy. That was crazy. I don't know, like, why you felt the need, but I mean, it made the stream more interesting. It spiced things up. Thank you. I'm not sure if it made you look good, but I mean, who cares? Nobody's gonna know who you actually are. We can all just be keyboard warriors out here, say whatever we want. You're basically saying Toy Machine is whack. That's not at all what I said or what anybody said, but I think that's how you took it. So at least we know how you feel about it. But Toy Machine is definitely not whack. Who said they wouldn't ride for Toy Machine? I would ride for Toy Machine in a heartbeat. He said he would wear a shirt. Yeah, see, I don't think I love the brand enough that I would buy a board from them. Like their graphics don't speak to me on that level, but that OG Toy Machine like monster graphic, that does speak to me. No question. But this is crazy. Leo Romero or Blake Carpenter? Leo Romero. Dashawn Jordan is off toy. It seems like it. So he posted. Nike posted a picture of him doing a tray flip, and he was wearing an April board. I still don't like Ed's art. Haven't liked it even 25 years ago. Interesting. I kind of like Ed's art. Is Ikeda still on toy? I would imagine, but I don't know. Andy Anderson flow for toy? That would be crazy. It's not crazy. It's too hard to have like a conversation here because I don't even know what you're talking it's not crazy about, because I probably said that, but that was like forever ago. So it's hard. I'm having like 10 conversations at the same time. We can't really have a great discussion about anything. Ed has always struggled to keep a team. These are the losers I was referring to. Okay, dog. Oh my gosh. Bro, you can't say somebody's a loser because they have a different taste than you. Homie said 25 years ago he didn't like Ed's artwork. And like, he's been consistent for 25 years. It never appealed to him, even when they weren't a foundational brand. Even when they were just a brand new skateboard company, he's saying he didn't like their vibe. He didn't like their art. Local Joe #1 tip to gaslighting. Who am I gaslighting right now? Mark? This is getting crazy. Woo-wee. Do you dye your beard? Nah. If I dyed my beard, do you think I'd dye it red? You think I want to have a ginger beard, like a little? You think I want? You think I want this? No, I would rather like dye my beard like blonde or black or something. I always love Ed skating, but I've never been into the Toy Machine branding and graphics. It's hilarious, really. Man, I feel like you just gotta live and let live, but bro, chill out, Baylock. You coming at us crazy. Yeah, I mean, he has the high ground. He's got the moral authority because he knows what is best for all of us. But I do have to say, Blaylock, even though I don't agree with your comment, it sure made this a lot more fun. So we were talking about brands none of us are sponsored for. LMFAO. Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. But I mean, I get it though, because it's like, no need to take it to heart. No, you got jokes. I can't tell if you're joking or you're mad or what's going on, but no, I really do appreciate. I'm sure Baylock can drop in, guys. I wonder if he's pressured into switching. We all just love skateboarding. Yeah. You can't turn around and be like calling Baylock a loser, even just because he did it. We don't know anything about the guy. And yeah, whatever. He's entitled to his opinion. It was crazy to say Baylock type of dude to bully you for a helmet. Okay, now I'm like having to defend Blaylock here. Like, all right, people, let's let's keep a level head here. Just because he called other people losers doesn't mean that it makes it okay. Yo, you guys, chill. Chill, dude. I think we're good on this, dude. Blaylock, dude, now I'm gonna have to take your side. You guys are all losers. You guys are losers if you don't like Toy Machine. Honestly, I know everything about Blaylock. I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. Wow. Yeah, Blaylock, it's just because you said you losers. If you would have let the you out, you could have said losers, and that's your opinion. But you said you, so then you directed it at the people here present in this stream. And it's like, that's where I think yeah, anyways. That's my point. I don't know what your point is, dog. Blaylock is the old dude at the park talking about what he used to do. Okay. He straight up called out that girl. Dashawn going to Jart? Bro. Remember when Manny Santiago went to Jart for like a few months? I'm saying people who don't know skateboarding history. Thanks for the lesson. I'm controversial. I don't like FA or hockey. I'm especially not a fan of Nakel's attitude despite loving his skating. I don't think it's controversial to not like FA or hockey. I don't think that's controversial. I don't love FA or hockey. Local Joe Impossible trick tip. Yeah, maybe once I can do them. I got kind of one the other day, but it was more of a 3-shove. And I didn't land it. I just like got close, like put my feet on it, but like this if you're sitting in a chair. Grew up with Powell mini logo decks. I had some mini logo wheels and bearings, I think. WMS Vids, I don't think that's a controversial take, but it is an interesting point that you really don't like Nakel, like his attitude, but you love his skating. Because I relate to that too. I think he's like, the way he carries himself and whatnot, I can't relate to it. And but like in the same way that watching Tyshawn and Dashawn skate, something just seems a little bit off. I feel like watching Nakel, something seems off, but in the right way for me. Like the way he skates doesn't look like anybody else, but like in a good way. And Dashawn and Tyshawn are just a little bit like, I don't know, off, but in a way that doesn't really like sit with me quite right. I'm in my car going 90 on the highway. Chill, dude. Everybody tell Mark to get off the stream so he doesn't crash his car. Everybody put it in the chat. Save yourself, Mark. Stay safe. There you go. Yeah, say Mark, stay safe. I hope you're just joking, because you've been joking this entire time. Mark, get the hell off the stream and drive safely, brother. Yeah, pull over. Pop shove it, tail grabs, good. No way. Pop shove, tail grabs never look good. There are hundreds of single local Joes in your area. Oh my gosh, dude. Mark, dude, you're so funny, dude. This is hilarious. Now, Kel honestly isn't that good. Dude just pop shoves and kick flips. Yeah, but it's the way he pop shoves and kick flips. Sometimes you don't need to have the biggest bag of tricks if you can make it look good. Ed Templeton had great impossibles, but not as good as Alex Mole. Yeah, pop shove tail grabs are crazy. Honestly, maybe I should learn one in a video or something. I think I could probably pop shove tail grab. I can pop shove pretty good, and then just my left hand, just a little. Where are you going? I'm rocking my iPass. Sick. Chad, have you seen the way Nakel bails? Yeah, honestly, I feel like him bailing like is part of the reason he even has a career in skateboarding. Like, that bail is so gnarly. I feel like that alone, like, before I even knew who he was, I saw a clip of him bailing, and it was literally, that's all it was. Nakel can't rap. I've never tried listening to his stuff. I tried listening to a Lil Dre track. Could not do it. It was so crazy. Do you think Brandon Biebel is on the horse meat? Was that Mark? Or Yo? Okay. What music do you like? Shoot. If I'm skating, I have like a skate playlist of like songs from video parts that I like. So stuff from Kyle Walker's parts, P-Rod's parts, like music from Yeah Right. I have a song from one of Cater's parts. I don't know. It just kind of puts me in the mode of like how I was feeling watching the skate video. Like all super inspired. How do you feel about Roman Hager? I think Roman Hager's underrated somehow. Came up on the Woodward show. I don't know why he's not he's on track to be like something crazy. And he is something crazy, but it's like I feel like he doesn't quite get the recognition that he deserves or something. I don't know. He's crazy good though. Have you watched Plan B Questionable? That video changed everything. No, I have not. There's a lot of skate videos that I haven't watched. Has anyone ever said you look like Ed Sheeran? Far out. Bro. The top ones that I get, Ed Sheeran and Bill Burr. How do you feel about Marby in there? I don't know. I think I watched that video. Didn't love it. If you say Steve Barrett in the mirror 3 times, he appears. You sound like Gifted Hater. Interesting. We just talk different. I sound like who? I sound like who did... I sound like... Who did you say I sound like? Gifted Hater? Do I really sound like Gifted Hater? Gifted Hater has like a whiny voice, and I have a whiny voice, so I guess I could see that. Rice Frankie V, the only dude shredding the egg shape. I don't know, but I feel like it's good for him. I feel like everybody on Primitive is like this type of skater, and then Frankie Villani's on Primitive on that level of like insanely good at like the ability and talent and everything, but then they ride something different. I guess, yeah, Keo is riding the same shape too, huh? Keo's ruining it. It was Frankie's exclusive thing, and now he's ruining it. No, you sound like Ed Sheeran, bro. Thank you. I don't sound like Ed Sheeran when I'm singing, but just the fact that you think I sound like it when I'm talking. She just said, because I'm watching your live stream instead of going to sleep, it's keeping her awake. WMS vids, dude, go to sleep. And who are you talking about? Emily is trolling. Yo, Emily Slater, I'm on your side here. I'm on your side, bro. When it's time to go to sleep, you cannot be out here. I don't know if this is real. Are you guys together? I didn't go to high school. I bought one. He does this every night. Gets on YouTube and watches Local Joe, even when I'm not streaming. Emily, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know the friction that this causes because Kimberly, yes, he worships you, Joe. Wow. Tell him to worship somebody better. I watch YouTube before sleeping. Dude, you know what's funny? You are part of the relationship. Honestly, it's an honor, but we got to talk. Whoever's been leaving things on the counter, I'm over it. Like, I know it's not me. I don't live here. We've got to clean up, okay? He gives me no attention. Shoot, Emily. Honestly, tell him to unsubscribe. When will FA crumble? I don't know if they will crumble, but I definitely, Blaylock, that's definitely something I'm thinking about. Is like, they seem too like built off of trendiness and hype. Yeah, I wonder what will happen with them long term. If they're just gonna phase out, or if they'll be able to make it. Don't feed the troll, Joe. She watches you too. Emily Slater, do you wait? Are you guys like a? Are you guys are a couple? WMS Vids and Emily, you guys are a couple? Did he just call me a troll? Bro, dude. I don't think she knows. Yeah, that's so funny. You guys are watching me together. Wait, so Emily, be honest now. Do you actually watch my videos? Like, are you like, is this just something you're doing to like spend time with your guy WMS Vids, or like? I do skate too. Okay, you do skate. So you're not. Are you guys literally in the same room on different phones watching this stream? Is that what's going on? You know what they say, that relationships that watch Local Joe together stay together. And I've always said that. I've always said that. Local Joe, me and my girlfriend watch you all the time. That's so funny. You don't see him riding horses, though. That's my hobby. I got into skating for him. Yo, shout out to you. That's how it works with me and Cam. I get into whatever she's into, but she never wants to get into skating. Mate, not lying, we are literally in bed watching your stream on both phones. That's so funny. Subscribe to your channel for a little while now. I love your skateboarding talks. Hey, thank you. And I've been with her for 300 years? Damn, bro. So back since 300 years. It's the 1700s, huh? I can't cancel him, but the people can. You can take his phone, say something wildly offensive. I'm Jewish. I'm part Jewish, so I mean, there's a start for you. You could say something anti-Semitic, and then WMS Vids would be canceled, right? So there's your solution. Honestly, pretty. Might be the dumbest thing I've ever said. Jewish people are dope. Oh man. Wow, no, I love my idea t-shirt. You guys are funny. All right, guys. I want to be Amish. I could see that being a good life, honestly. I've been with my girl for 13 years now. Wish y'all the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a mass exodus of pros leave their current brands to start smaller companies using bigwig shoe brands for the financials. It could happen. Has happened probably, and will continue to happen. As far as that goes, though, like, people were saying they thought Dashawn was going to start his own company, and wow, Emily, you're making me feel bad. But yeah, no, people are saying in the chat they think Dashawn might start his own thing. I think there's too much of that going on. And to the point that you can't actually, I don't know if it's profitable to be doing that. I just don't know if there's enough money in it. Because you're competing with bigger brands that have more money, and so many people are already, splitting up the pie so many different ways with these small brands like Frog, Sci-Fi Fantasy, I don't know, Limousine, whatever. Joe, don't feel bad, my guy. I love you more than he does. Love your stuff, man. Wow, WMS Vids. Wow, now I feel like, I don't know how I feel. I thought you were the one that liked me, but it turns out I can see there being a collapse of the shoe sponsorships and those pros being left in the cold. Yeah, well, I think we're seeing an overall collapse in skateboarding. I think it's pretty quiet right now, but I mean, if some people are right about their predictions, we could still. Some people think that the recession is, whatever. It's not going to get worse. It's going to be mellow. Some people are saying it's going to be really bad. Right now, yeah, the post-COVID drop is in full effect right now with the skateboard industry. And if there's a recession on top of that, I think you'll see a lot of people lose sponsorships and a lot of board companies not be able to make it, including a lot of those small ones. So I've only in good times is it possible for these small board companies to exist. And when there's a recession or something like that, I think a lot of them are gonna go under. Usually a recession is good for hobbies because people spend on the small things instead of holidays, cars, and houses. I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, that's an interesting little fact. I would not have assumed that. All right, guys, it's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. Just kidding. See that empty car seat? There's a little kiddo. Oh, Chris. Oh, Chris and TJ just showed up. My little guy is stirring. Good seeing you. Fun as always. Thanks, WMS Vids. Dude, Chris and TJ, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you just showed up. But yeah, so the gist of it is Nike posted a little thing on their Instagram of the Run the Jewels dunks, and Dashawn was doing a tray flip, and the board is clearly an April board. And so now the debate is, I challenge Joe to another game of skate against you. Hold him to it. I'm going to crush TJ. I'm so mad. TJ always beats me in skate. I'm going to crush him. How old is your kid? He's coming up on 2 years, a couple months. He's born on Go Skate Day. Pretty sick. But yeah, so now the debate is Dashawn off Toy Machine? Because he's still got Toy Machine on his Instagram profile. Pretty weird. But he posted oh, believe me, he'll be able to skate. There's the picture of him skating the Yuto board, and the last Instagram edit before the second to last Instagram edit he posted on his Instagram, I believe, he's wearing skating a pink blank board. Maybe just a homie board. I don't think so. I don't think you're gonna. Yeah, I don't think so. Have a good 420, LJ. Peace out, that girl. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I think so. Considering Toy Machine has seemed to always be the hub for potential rockstar pros who do their own thing. I hope Dashawn was going to make Toy Machine great again. Oh, the blank is the killer. Yeah, I don't know. I think Dashawn is probably going to April. To wrap this up, I think that is my prediction, going to April. He was skating blanks before, and I think that was on purpose because, he didn't want to skate a graphic and then have people say, one thing or another. He chose to skate blanks instead of just getting boards from Shane or from Paul or from whoever. He chose to skate blanks, and then he skated the April board. April would be a good fit since he was on Sovereign before. As soon as you see the blank decks come out, you know they are moving. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty confident that Dashawn's going to April. Yeah, once they go blank, it's a wrap. I'm back. Can you call Toy Machine? What's good? What's up?
We just have to go to the bottom of the hill, just right down and back.
Okay, yeah, I have
like
this.
Capri's in there watching TV.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll be right back.
All right, I'm back. Can you call Toy Machine live and ask? When I was a kid, I would call World Industries phone all the time. Chris Markajiv called me a quirky R in the 90s. Oh, sick. Good for you, man. He called you a bad word. Still don't know if that beef is real or fake. What are we talking about? We talking about thrash talking and skate theorist? Talking about thrash talking and skate theorist beef? I don't know if it gets more real than that, dude. I mean, thrash talking made a fake email and tricked him, and skate theorist just wanted a chance to be somebody, and get some validation, and thrash talking just took advantage of that, man. Pretty scummy. Pretty scummy. Should I leave work early to go skate? Yeah, probably. All right, guys, I gotta go take care of my son. I will see you later.